Bridging Visa B, the travel visa. A bridging visa A lets the applicant remain inside Australia while their additional visa application is being processed. This might be another tourist visa application, or it might be something like a partner visa application, which takes a whole lot longer to be processed. Now, a bridging visa A normally has the same conditions as the previous visa, and in some cases, like when you've applied for a subclass 820 onshore partner visa, they will give work rights and study rights on a bridging visa A. But one thing they do not allow the bridging visa holder to do is to travel. You need to be very aware of this. Bridging visa A's do not allow travel. What happens if you travel on a bridging visa A? Now, you may leave Australia on a bridging visa A. The problem? You may not come back. Now, we had somebody the other day whom we stopped from travelling on a bridging visa A. We had explained previously, but she thought it didn't really matter and she could get a tourist visa back to Australia after her visit. No, sadly, not at all. Now, I had an awful situation a number of years ago. Applicant was in a long-standing de facto relationship with an Australian man and had applied inside Australia for a partner visa. Now, they had settled in nicely together. However, the problem was that she had not included her little boy. He was back in the Philippines. Well, little boys being little boys, he decides to fall from a great height and end up in hospital. Now, Mum rushes onto the next plane, as mums will also be mums, so she ends up outside Australia on a bridging visa A. Now, we apply for a tourist visa for her to return. Well, what do? They refuse it. Why? Because she had no intention of returning. That's how the regulations work. Now, look, before anybody panics about this, yes, tourist visa holders may apply for further visa applications inside Australia. They may even apply for partner visa applications whilst inside Australia, as long as that isn't the primary reason for going to Australia. But in this case, the poor lady had no other reason to go to Australia other than to wait for them to process and grant her partner visa application, which they couldn't do while she was outside Australia. We tried again, failed again. They ended up refusing the partner visa application because of this. So do not travel on a bridging visa A. Bridging visa B, the perfect solution. Now, what do you do? You ask that most skilled of registered migration agents, Jeff Harvey, to apply for a bridging visa B for you, based on your intended travels. And you do this within 3 to 4 weeks of your intended travels. This will allow you to enter and leave as many times as you want, all within a specified time period. In fact, the bridging visa B takes the place of the bridging visa A and will be with you until they make a final decision on your substantive visa application, partner visa application, or whatever you've applied for. And it will allow the bridging visa B holder to leave Australia and to freely return again during this travel period. Now, what is this travel period of which I speak? Well, you need a reason for a bridging visa B. It's not something you need to stress over, but it is still a visa application, and as such they can refuse it if they have a good reason to. Now, you can't say, you can't just apply for one and say, well, I wanted to have one just in case I needed it. That would meet with a refusal. You have a bridging visa A because you want to be in Australia, because you applied for the main visa also because you want to be in Australia. It's actually a privilege that they gave you a bridging visa A in the first place. It's a bit like sticking your hand up in the classroom to ask permission from the teacher to leave the room. So take the application seriously. And if you apply for a bridging visa B to attend your sister's wedding in November, and you would like hubby to join you to celebrate New Year's with your parents, well, then this is what you put on the application. You say you wish to leave on the 15th of November and return on the 10th of January. Now the visa grant will come back probably saying, I'll always give a little bit extra, they'll probably say you've got between 1st of November and 1st of March to travel. So you may only travel in these time slots. Don't try to come back on the 2nd of March, or you will be in for a rude shock. So what if you want to travel again in May because your son is graduating elementary school? Well, you apply later for another bridging visa B and you will get something similar. So that's how it works. Take it seriously, never assume. Things can go horribly wrong if you mess this one up. So, no travel on bridging visa A's. And by the way, if you do have a bridging visa C, then you can't apply for a bridging visa B at all. You need to stay put. Thank you. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you enjoyed it and you would like to subscribe, you can click on the little button down the bottom corner there, and you can subscribe to our YouTube channel. There are regular articles on aspects of Australian visas to the Philippines on www.downundervisa.com.au. There's a blog page you can subscribe to. There is a free visa assessment form, and there are regular articles on aspects of Australian-Filipino relationships, which you can see on www.filipinowives.com.au. If you can please share these articles and these videos on any of the social media that you use, we would appreciate that. Thank you.